Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi, I'm Teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to indulge in a little imagination and fantasy. We're going to talk about adjectives a little bit, and then we're going to practice using adjectives. We're going to do this by maybe thinking a little bit along the lines of fantasy, science fiction, maybe describing an alien, or possibly an imaginary world where we have just landed on our spaceship. All right, and we're going to practice using adjectives, and not only adjectives but quantifiers, adverbs, to help um, explain the adjectives themselves. Anyway, um, well, time to indulge your imagination. Hello, Alexandra, again.
Hello again.
Hello again. Uh, Alexandra, do you consider yourself to have a good imagination, a lively imagination? Ooh, there we go, an adverb and an adjective. Do you have a lively imagination?
Um, um, I think I haven't had a lively imagination until I started taking part in verbal writing classes. Because every time we are offered here different topics, and you have to create something.
Uh-huh. Question: in your education, um, was creative writing something, writing fiction? Was this something that was featured in your education, high school and university?
Um, we have a subject which is called literature, Russian literature, and international literature. At
Hmm.
least that's what I had in school. And we wrote compositions very often. But those compositions were not on the free topic. So it's like you read a book, a story, a novel, and then you discuss it during your lessons, and then you have to write some kind of composition on this or that topic, or a report or something. So in a way, it was a part of my education. But that was not completely free, like write what you want. No,
Hmm.
you should write in the scope of the story you read.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. It's very interesting because in American education, creative writing is, as opposed to academic writing, basically what you're describing, I could call academic writing. More creative writing, writing fiction, stories, made up fantasy, science fiction, made up stories about people or things that don't exist. uh, Oddly was focused on when I was a child, when we first started writing, elementary school, even junior high school, much less so in high school, very little in high school, and not at all in university. So it's kind of strange. I have, speaking to you now, I sort of consider it, and it's very odd. At university, I don't think I ever had to write fiction, anything, ever. Um, Although it was required when I was much younger. I'm curious to ask Heidi. Heidi, we're going to talk about we're going to do a little fantasy description today. I'm curious, in your education in Japan. Well, first of all, hello, Heidi.
Hello.
Hi. In your education in Japan, did you do very much creative writing, fiction, writing fiction, stories?
No, I didn't take literature.
Okay. So, in school, in elementary school, did you have to write made-up
Yeah, yeah.
stories?
Yes,
Ah, okay,
making story.
okay.
In the what's it? In Japanese learning
Sure. Yeah,
class,
yeah, that's fine.
there are many curriculum like writing and memorizing kanji, what's it? Chinese
Mhm.
characters. And Japan, we have a lot of letters, so we needed to learn a lot of. Then sometimes we needed to make some story.
Okay, all right. Imaginative stories. Okay, we're not going to be writing a whole story, but we are going to be practicing sort of an element of creative writing or creative speaking, both. I want to. My focus is to work on using adjectives to describe something fictional, not real, unreal. So you're going to have to imagine it. So imagine that we're going to explain a mythical beast, an imaginary animal, or a space alien, perhaps. Obviously, basically, you are completely unlimited, limited only by your imagination on what you could explain, what you could say. Um, what are some types of adjectives that you could use? What could you talk about? For example, uh, types of adjectives, color. It's a space alien. He could be any color, red, purple, green and gold stripes, whatever. Okay. Color. What else, Alexandra? What other types of adjectives could I use to describe a creature, a living thing?
Mm. Size.
Of course. Size. Absolutely. How big is it? Very good. Heidi, what else?
It has a fur or not.
Oh, okay. Texture,
Yeah,
actually. Does it have armored plates? Does it have fur? Does it have scaly skin, like a fish has scales? Does it have smooth skin? Is it rubbery? Is it hard,
hard,
like a rock?
like armadillo or a turtle.
Right. Okay. Does it have armor? Does it have an exoskeleton, a shell? Okay. Very, very much. Okay. Lots of things to talk about in this area of texture, actually. Alexander, is there anything else? Size,
Mm.
color, texture.
It's all about what this monster looks like.
Well,
But
maybe.
maybe we can talk about character.
Maybe we can. Um, Definitely, I think we can because, Alexandra, have you ever seen a wild animal?
I think I have.
Hmm. Remember back. What was the wild animal? Can you remember? A wild
A
chipmunk?
wild animal.
A rabbit?
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog? All right. What was the hedgehog's character? What did he look like to you? What was his attitude? His maybe his emotional state or his attitude for
I think
Mr.
he
Hedgehog?
was. I think this hedgehog was indifferent to my presence.
Well, there you go. Well, yes, very good. Paid no attention to me whatsoever. He was completely indifferent to my existence. That's an
Yeah.
excellent way to describe something, another living thing. Perfect. Uh, Same question with Heidi. Heidi, have you ever met a wild animal before?
Yeah,
Yeah? What was the animal?
Oh, my husband was driving. I was beside him. Then
Uh-huh.
I found monkeys on the tree and deer, very big deer.
Okay. Yeah. And I never thought I'd ask this in a Vermlin class, but what was the monkey's attitude?
Monkeys, and there's a tree. It was Dunno Japanese fruit,
Oh, okay. All right.
orange. Tasted like, uh, I can't say it, a sweet and orange color.
Okay.
There was a lot of persimmon fruits on the
Uh,
tree. They are taking, grabbing uh, that fruit.
Okay. All right. So what was his attitude? Could we say that the monkey was greedy? The greedy monkey was grabbing all the fruit.
Couple of monkeys.
Couple of monkeys. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's not forget when we're describing numbers. Also describe things. And numbers can be used as adjectives. If
And
we're gonna
sound
yeah.
very important.
Sound.
Yes. What kind of sound?
Oh, very good. Oh, excellent.
Like
How?
really like gow gow.
What? Oh, very good. Yes, definitely. Sound. Ooh, think about your senses, how you perceive of another living creature. Sound. Um, uh, Ken.
Yes.
Hi, Ken.
Hi.
Ken, we're gonna use our imaginations and describe as best we can some living thing, but maybe an imaginary living thing, maybe a mythological beast, maybe a space alien in our
hmm
own brain, or I don't know if you guys want to, if you have something in mind from that you've read or whatever. We're going to practice that, but we're thinking about adjectives or how are we gonna describe another living thing. We have size, the color,
hmm
definitely the texture, smooth, scaly, oily. Um, Sound, okay. Character, how the being or the living things, what is its attitude? What does it seem to be? Does it seem to be angry, curious, indifferent?
hmm
Is there a gleam of insanity in its eyes? Uh, yeah, okay, it's character or attitude. Heidi just brought up something really essential. How do we perceive it? She started with smell.
hmm
No, she started with sound. I was thinking smell. Oops.
hmm
What else, Ken? Is there any other way we can describe it?
Imaginary creature.
Yeah, let's say, or animal, or
Sound, smell, color,
color. Oh yeah, we got color. Very good.
color, atmosphere.
Atmosphere. What do you mean by atmosphere?
You know, the scary or peaceful or friendly or
Oh, okay. Well, I think we said attitude. Yeah.
attitude. Okay.
Okay. A person has an attitude. A place has an atmosphere.
I see. I got it.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Is there anything else, or are we ready to start?
Mm, the way of their talk, what language they are speaking,
Okay.
what noise that they make, or
Sure. Sounds. Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
That sound, yeah, that sounds too, yeah.
Right. Okay.
For
Uh,
example, how fast that animal?
okay. We could describe its actions.
He can swim or he can climb up the tree or run
Okay.
fast like cheetah or something.
Absolutely. We could definitely use a description of its actions to help describe the thing itself. Okay, he had 17 legs, which are all 3 meters long, which allowed him to scuttle up the wall very quickly. Okay. All right. Uh, let's try. Let's give this a shot. Alexandra, you were first in the class. Um, so describe your fantasy creature. It could be an animal, could be something that's in your mind. Maybe you want to use a sort of something in your mind that from a movie or from a book, and we'll see if we can figure out. I'll try to draw it. See if we can picture it. See if we have questions about it. Are you ready, Alexandra, to give it a try?
Oh. It's supposed to be a monster.
Oh, I don't know. It could be something very beautiful. Anything. You're up to you completely.
Uh, I don't know. Maybe let it be a circular, greenish, fluffy object.
Okay.
Um, what else to add? It has sharp teeth, and it is greening with it has a threatening green.
Okay. There you go.
Its eyes are rolling out.
Okay.
Its eyes are rolling out, and it has long eyelashes. It's I don't know whether I can call it arms. Its arms are really thin, but the palms are too big, so that when you look at this monster, you wonder how these big palms can be attached to such thin arms. And if we come to legs, it doesn't have legs. It has flippers. Can I say flippers?
Sure, why not?
It has flippers, so it's fluffy, but it's with flippers. And about the, I think nevertheless it has a threatening green. It's a very amiable creature.
Okay.
You only have to be insightful enough to see its fragile soul.
Wow. Okay.
And I think this creature clearly understands and acknowledges that his way of look may be a little bit off-taking, or it can a little bit put people off. Yeah, that's why it tries to keep silent and not to produce any sounds.
Okay. Wow.
Not to threaten people even more.
Okay.
That
All
was
right.
just
That was
off the
good.
top of my head.
That was terrific.
Something with yeah.
Okay, let me give you some feedback. All right, great. So describe something as if you're describing it. You're looking out your window and you see this thing, and you're describing it here to the Verbling class. You don't have a camera. Okay, feedback or clarifications, other stuff. All right, greenish. Meaning it's not quite green. No problem with that. I just want to point out here's an interesting thing to do to adjectives in English. We
Mhm.
put ish on the end of the word as a suffix to say not quite that
Mhm.
thing. Okay, so greenish means it's not quite green. All right, we can sort of create an adjective by adding this suffix. Okay, you should say a creature. It's a living thing, not an object. All right, it's a round, greenish, fluffy object. But of course, if it's clearly alive, um, then we would have to say creature, unless it's a plant. Okay. Uh, so a living thing would be a creature, or living
I
thing,
think
something to
I think
designate.
it's a living thing.
Yeah. Okay. Pronunciation, grinning. You said it correctly the second time you used it. He said his eyes are rolling out. Well, that may be possible. It's your imagination, but I'm not sure if you meant his eyes are rolling up in his head. Okay, when your eyes do this thing, they go up. Your eyes are rolling up. Now I don't know. Maybe his eyes are rolling out. It's your creature. But somebody's eye, his eye rays, meaning his eyeballs turn up and inside. Uh, okay, you didn't know whether to call them arms when when we're describing our fantasy creature here. We can say appendages. When you don't know, are they arms or legs? They're appendages. That's a general
Mhm.
term for arms and both your arms and your legs are appendages. You have 4 appendages. Okay, that's a good
It's
way
the
to.
same as limbs.
Yes, very good. Really the same
Mhm.
as limbs. Okay, very good. Actually, maybe not. No, yeah, okay, it is. Yeah, okay. I was thinking about antenna, like on an insect. Are those are definitely not limbs. I guess they're not appendages either. I guess they're just antenna. Uh, okay, interestingly, Alexandra in her description also threw in a little bit of personal opinion about, for example, the big palms on the skinny arms just seemed like it shouldn't work. Okay, very good. That definitely adds a lot of detail. It actually expresses things very, very well. So it's much easier to picture. I actually liked that technique. That was cool. I liked it. Also, of course, she said threatening grin. Also, that's her opinion about that he was threatening. Okay, near the end. All right, you said his way of look. Well, I think I would say his appearance.
Mhm.
Right, would be better. And yes, there is a word, off-putting. He realizes his appearance is off-putting.
Off-putting, yeah.
Yeah, he's a.
I didn't know whether this word exists. That's why I used a
It does.
phrasal verb.
You did. Yes, I know, but it does. All right. Off-putting is an adjective. Um, and then I forgot what you said exactly. Something about he doesn't want to threaten. I don't. I'm. Paraphrasing, I don't remember exactly
Yeah,
how you said it.
he's very amiable and he doesn't want to look very threatening.
Right. A phrase you could use, so as not to threaten.
Mm-hmm.
He did something he was doing because he didn't want to appear threatening. Uh, okay. Heidi, what do you see out your window? Your turn. That was really great, Alexandra. Good job.
Thank you.
Heidi? Pardon me. Sorry.
That strange animal is similar to moth.
Similar to a moth.
Moth. Size is
Okay.
like mouse.
Okay.
And so naturally it has 6 legs. The back leg is longer than others, like grasshopper. Like grasshoppers have strong, long. The body was covered by fur, like pink, but like pear pink, pearl, shining. It has wings, like bird, and even wings have a feather, pink feathers.
Okay.
The head about his face had the lips are like girl, red color.
Okay.
But when that creature opened its mouth, it had a strong and long fangs. Maybe they, let's say, mm, um, I forgot the word now. Not vacuum. What's it? Your blood.
Hmm? Like
Not
a vacuum?
not vacuum. Extract, no. Siphon.
I don't know.
Breathe. Not breathe. It's air. So
Okay.
like Dracula.
Like Dracula. Oh, suck. He sucks
What?
up. Sucks?
Suck up. Suck.
Yeah, like a vacuum. A vacuum sucks up the air.
Suck up.
Or a vampire sucks up blood. Okay.
And it has 2 antennas. The tip of antenna, there's small balls. It's the balls are its eyes.
Ooh. Okay. Wow.
That's all.
That's all. Wow. That is a weird creature. Okay. Wow. Okay. Of course, making comparisons is a good way to describe something, and Heidi used this technique quite a bit. It looks like a moth. Okay, you can use similar to, for example. Okay, and the legs were like grasshoppers. The last set of legs was long, like a grasshopper's. Okay, I missed one word. It has pink fur, something. What?
Yeah,
Pink
pearl,
fur?
pearl. Like
Pearl.
pearl from sea.
Pearl.
Pearl pink.
Oh, okay, all right. Pearl pink.
Pearl.
Pearl pink fur. Okay, I get you. I understand now. Okay. Pearl. Okay, I wasn't hearing the ending.
Pearl.
Pearl. Okay. Okay. Maybe a little sentence structure you may want to change a little. Even the wings have feathers, and okay, and the wings even have feathers would be better. Even the wings have feathers, which would mean that another part has feathers. So the wings even have feathers means, oh, it's surprising that the wings have feathers. There's a totally different meaning there, depending on how you structure it. So no other part of the body has feathers, so I think you would have to say the wings even have feathers.
Feather. Pearl pink.
Yeah. Pearl pink feathers. Right. Okay. And also, very common, I don't know why, but this is very common second language speaker problem. For some reason, I don't know why this is. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, you said has lips like a woman's. She has lips red color. Okay. Yeah, she has red lips.
Red lips. Okay.
Yeah, like a woman, for example. All right. She has red lips. Yeah, when we're describing things, I have a car, blue color. We don't ever say that. I have a blue car, blah, 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 blah. So just putting the color, the adjective, the color, in front of the noun and not using the word color. Yeah, Spanish speakers do this a lot. I don't know why. A lot of people, a lot of different cultures.
Color azul or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I run into this same thing over and over again. Actually, multiple first language speakers do the same thing. I have no idea why that is, but yeah. Okay, but thank you for describing the pink Mothra.
Pink Mothra.
It was interesting. All right, that was good. I like the eyes on the antennas. That was good. Sometimes when we have long kind of appendages or some animals actually have eyes on stalks, like a crab, right? A crab's eyeballs are at the end of a. Yeah, in that case, we don't call them antennae, we call them stalks. The crab's eyes are on.
Yeah, but this animal case, the antenna is flexible.
Oh, okay. A crab's eyes are not flexible?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not flexible.
They're not flexible? Okay. Well, I don't know. I didn't know that, but okay, now I know. All right. His eyes are on stalks. Okay. That was pretty good. All right, Ken, imagine you see a creature outside. What? Can you explain this mysterious creature you've never seen before outside your window? Explain it to us.
The color is yellow, and it has a yellow fur, and it has picker. It has a picker, and it has two legs, and legs of color of the legs are orange. And what else? And the eyes is round, and no, it eyelid. Sorry, I confused. It eyelid is sometimes blue and sometimes pink. And he has a little bit white fur. Just it has its forehead, and its body is a bit is fat and like a beer tank. And what else? And the height of him is a bit higher than humans, maybe 2 meters or a bit more than 2 meters. And how can I say the color of the bottom of the foot, legs?
Okay. Uh,
I
okay. Yeah.
how can I
Okay. Like
describe it?
the color
Uh,
of the bottom of the foot. Okay.
at the bottom of the bottom of the foot or sole of the foot,
Okay. Sole of the foot. Yeah.
color that color is green. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay. How can you see the bottom of his feet? Crazy. Okay.
Mm,
All right. Okay. Pronunciation fur.
Okay.
Fur.
For power,
Yeah, it looks like it's four, but it's
uh,
not. It's fur. It's the same
par.
sound like bigger, smaller. The
Mhm,
ER, all
mhm,
right, it's actually schwa sound, schwa R.
mhm.
So bigger, smaller, faster fur.
Par, par,
Yeah, fur. Laugher, fur.
par.
Yeah, it's a sound.
Mhm.
Okay. All right now. Okay. How to say this delicately? Okay, he has a. You said he has a pecker. Do you
Oh my gosh, what?
you
I
mean
check it on dictionary.
yeah?
The like bark,
Right.
beak,
Okay.
beak.
Beak.
Oh,
All right. A beak. A bird has that triangular shaped mouth, which is hard. That's a
mhm,
beak.
mhm.
Because, of course, a pecker has another meaning,
Okay.
which is slang, which is a part of the body only a male can have, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So, very funny. All right. Watch your verb, uh, subject verb
Mhm.
agreement, conjugation. His eyes is round. It should be, of course, his eyes are
All right,
round,
yeah, all right.
of course.
Yeah.
And you missed a couple articles. He has little bit of white fur. He has a little bit of
Mhm,
white fur. When you
mhm,
use the very common phrase little bit,
mhm,
it you have to use the article a with that. A little bit of money, a little bit of time, a little bit of white fur on his
mhm,
forehead. You have to use the article a, um, or possibly the little bit of fur on his forehead
mhm.
was white. Okay, possibly
And
a
par is
different.
countable. Pars.
Fur is not countable, but bit is countable. A little bit
Mm,
of money. Now, of money is
oh,
a preposition.
mhm,
Bits are countable. He has 3 bits
mhm,
of something.
mhm.
He broke the plate into bits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Okay.
should say par, not pars.
Oh,
Par.
yeah, that's right.
Okay,
Not
par.
furs.
Mhm,
Yeah, that's right. Fur is definitely uncountable.
mhm.
Yeah. He doesn't have much fur. We can't say
Much
he has.
par. Mhm,
He has. There is much fur on his head. Okay, not there is many fur.
mhm.
Right. And I just missed. What did you say? His shape is like a something tank.
Yeah, beer tank.
A
Beer.
beer tank.
Yeah. Beer tank.
AKA, also known as a keg. All right. That's why I didn't even recognize it. We would never call it a beer tank. We would call it a keg.
Cake. I
Yeah.
see.
All
Cake.
right. Especially a keg is like a barrel. A barrel is similar. A
Mhm,
barrel of beer, we might use that. A keg of gunpowder, a keg of beer, a keg of wine,
mhm,
keg of brandy. Okay.
mhm,
We're similar to barrel, actually.
mhm.
Okay. That was interesting. Very interesting. And lots of. This is kind of more difficult than it seems, isn't it? Um, lots of little problems come up. Okay. So much for weird alien creatures. Alexandra, Get in your spaceship, because now we're going to try to describe a weird alien place. Oh my gosh. Now you can talk about atmosphere instead of attitude. Uh, all right. A strange alien place in the center of the Earth, on the top of a mountain, on a planet far, far away. All right. What do you think? I would like you to describe a landscape, or, you want to describe the bar scene from Star Wars. That's fine. A strange and alien place.
Yeah, I wish I saw all the Star Wars, but it's only the first episode, and that's it.
That's okay.
So
We won't
I
hold that
even don't
against you.
have any. Yeah, I even don't have any image in front of my eyes to copy from that. So,
Well, again, we can think about types of adjectives which are quite similar, actually, to describing a person, with size, color, the atmosphere. So okay, what does it feel like to you? Does it seem threatening and dark? Or is it full of life and happy? You can talk about size, shape, texture, sure. And the senses. What's it smell like? What weird sounds? Drum beats in the distance. Okay. All right, so actually very similar types of adjectives we can use.
So, I think the place where they are staying is
Okay.
It's a spacious place, gloomy, maybe maybe it is situated in the crack of a mountain, in a mountain crack. That's why it's a little bit I forgot the word.
I have no idea where you're going. It's a little bit forbidding. It's a little bit... I have no idea.
I think steep. Am I right?
Okay. Yes, steep. Has a large vertical angle.
Yes. It's a steep crack.
Very good.
So it's very difficult to get to that place, which is very practical for aliens because they hide from humans. And what else? Maybe the walls inside of this mountain are, can I say malleable?
Ooh, sure.
Yeah, they're malleable for the convenience of aliens. Yeah, so it's for the purpose of because aliens, they don't have money, and but they don't need it to buy furniture because those walls are malleable and they can easily transfer to a couch, a table, or something. What else? Maybe since aliens are not humans and they don't need oxygen, it's a little bit stuffy inside of this crack. And as for music or sounds, maybe its place is deep inside the mountain, so it can echo. There can be echoes.
Mm-hmm.
Echoing. I don't know. It is
Yeah.
echoing. And maybe sometimes there is a wind whistle.
Okay.
That's all.
That's all. Okay. What are you describing? Like the house of an alien? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just describing the house of an alien. Yeah, the place
All right.
where they live.
Okay. Okay. You can do that. No problem. The house of an alien. You can a desert area, an ocean area, mountain area, an area, an actual house, whatever you want. Okay. Very good. All right. We don't usually say crack of a mountain. We have different words depending on what we're talking about. All right. Two mountains, the easiest way to go between the two mountains, there's not really a crack, is called a pass. All right. A mountain pass. I don't think that's what you meant in the description. Or next, sometimes we have what's called what we refer to as a canyon, which is a much deeper hole, usually caused by a river at the bottom. So it has steep sides, but again, often there's a river at the bottom, a la, of course, Grand Canyon. A crack, though, maybe other words that we more often used, we call it a rift or a crevice. A rift is a giant crack between. Okay, could be on a plateau. There could be a rift, like the earth is just ripped apart, or in a mountain. It could be anywhere, actually. A rift is a giant tear, like tearing clothes in the earth's surface. A crevice is usually something much, much thinner, like a rift, but small. Much smaller. A rift would be something really huge. There's huge rifts in Africa where the earth is pulled apart, like kilometers apart, just ripped apart with a deep tear. A crevice can be very small. You can put a pencil in a tiny crevice, or it could be bigger, like literally a crack that goes down to a point, unlike a canyon that goes down to a flat floor.
So a rift can be in the ground, in the rocks.
Yeah, but it's generally quite a lot larger. It might be caused by an earthquake, for example, when two faults separate. That would cause. See, they separate a little and it makes a big crack in the ground. That would be a crevice. If they separate a lot and a supermarket falls in the hole, that would be a rift. Yeah. Okay. All right. Malleable, for those who don't know, means you can shape it. All right. So you could say the walls are malleable, so they can shape their furniture. Malleable means it's easily bent and flexed and molded. Pronunciation, aliens. It's a sound. Okay. Like bake, fake, aliens. All right. It's that a sound. Hard A. Okay. And we wouldn't normally say a wind. You can hear a wind whistle. You can hear a whistling wind.
A whistling wind.
Yeah. Yeah, whistling wind. Yeah, instead of a wind whistle. Because there are kinds of whistles. A train whistle, a dog whistle. I don't know what a wind whistle is. Okay. Heidi, go ahead and describe a place. What is the place? An alien place. You get off your spaceship.
Place,
Where are you?
this animal hate contamination. So they are living in a plateau, very close to the lake.
Okay.
Around the lake, there are many trees. Then they got a good shadow.
Uh,
They are living in that kind of place. Then their sound is like humming.
okay.
And sometimes they are surprised. Then their sound is like laughing.
Oh, they're like cicadas. Okay.
Yeah. And if you find that animal, sometimes they smile with their red lips. But you shouldn't touch it. If you touch that animal, suddenly they wide open their mouth. They show their fangs
Okay.
and sucks your blood.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's scary. Okay. Okay, so you're telling us about the habitat of your first crazy creature there, the pearl pink moth,
And if you try to
moth hopper.
remove that animal, hitting or something, they got angry. They called their the same kind, but the group
Okay.
frogs, frogs, flock of same kind gathering around you. They suck your blood.
Oh my goodness.
You will lose your blood and die.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay, in the beginning, what do they hate? I missed that. They hate
If you-
something. Condensation, or I missed that.
If you try to hit them to remove from your around,
Okay.
because
Remove that.
suddenly they show their fangs. So if you are scared of that, then you try to hit them.
Okay. Well, there was something else about. All right, maybe I missed it, but there was something else that had to do with in the very beginning. They don't like. I don't know what you said. Precipitation or condensation. Or,
Contamination, pollution. So they are living in a clean place, like plateau.
They don't like what? Pollution, I know.
Pollution. Yeah, air
Oh,
pollution.
okay. Okay. All right. All right. You said their area has good shadow. Normally, what we say is shade.
Shade.
Right,
Shade.
shade from the sun. All right. There's a common co-location, plenty of shade. I like my backyard because there's plenty of shade on a hot day, for example. Okay. Sorry. They wide open their mouths. No, they open their mouths wide open. No.
Yeah. Wide open.
Yeah.
They wide open their mouth.
Yeah. Okay. That's not quite right. They open their mouth. They open their mouths widely.
Widely.
Yeah. We'd have to use an adverb. That's the problem. Wide open is an adjective. Okay. They widely open their mouths, or they open their mouths widely. Even better. Yeah. Okay. That was the problem. We need an adverb. We're describing a verb. And you want to call them a flock? That's fine. It's your made-up creature. You can call them a flock, a herd, whatever you want. A collective noun, okay, a noun that you talk about for a group. Of course, if you're talking about an imaginary creature, you can imagine your own collective noun. So, sure. Funny. Okay, Ken, you've only got a minute or two. What can you tell us briefly about
Mm-hmm.
your fantastic place?
Mm-hmm. Fantastic place. That bird,
Fantasy. Yeah.
that fantastic fantastic creature are living
Yeah.
in New York actually. He's he's in the street called Sesame Street. Somewhere in New York,
Ah.
probably. Yeah, he's living
Oh. Oh, he lives on Sesame Street.
there.
All right. Ken, can you tell me
Yeah.
how to get to Sesame
Sesame
Street?
Street. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How do I get there? Okay. Uh,
Yeah. I don't know. Ask PBS.
really? Was your first creature, were you describing Big Bird?
Yeah, I was just crying while watching Big Boss Picture.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I did not understand that. Did anybody understand Ken was describing Big Bird from Sesame Street? Because I missed that completely. I totally missed that. You didn't tell me he had feathers. Oh, but yeah.
Fur. Maybe I
Fur.
should have said feathers, not fur.
Yeah, Big Bird has feathers.
Ah, furs for animals and feathers for birds.
That's correct.
I
Yeah.
see, I got it.
Yeah, fur, like a dog has fur.
I see.
Right.
Yeah, I,
Okay, my goodness. Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you. You guys did a great job. All right. Thank you very much for wholeheartedly using your imaginations and attempting to be very descriptive about these weird things. Thanks a lot. My time is up. I have to go because I have another class coming up. Thank you. See you again.
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now.